What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Board Game Sensei YouTube channel. I'm your boy, Nick, and guys, today I have another video for you where we're going to be talking about 10 games that I'm looking forward to that are in my collection. Now, this is going to be a two-part video where we talk about today the 10 games that are in my collection, and the next video we're going to be talking about the games that are not yet in my collection, the ones that I backed or that I am looking forward to trying that are not necessarily out yet. But before I do, if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, or don't do it at all. It's up to you guys. I'm just glad you guys are watching. Now, I just want to jump straight into this video because I'm super excited to show you guys the games that I am looking forward to trying. So for the first game, and let me scoot this up just a little bit because this is right there. There we go. But the first game that I'm looking forward to trying is Pagan Fate of Roanoke. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about Pagan Fate of Roanoke, and this is a two-player game that plays a little bit more than an hour, and pretty much one person is the witch and witches, and the other person is the witch hunters, and you're trying to go against each other. And it's got an interesting card system that I am super excited about trying and playing. And if you guys have played Pagan Fate of Roanoke, let me know in the comments what you guys think of it. I'm super excited to get this one to the table because it's got an interesting system, and I've seen it played a couple times, and I think I'm going to like it pretty well. Now, this next game is a game that is a deduction game, and it is a game that I've seen a lot of people play, and every time I watch it, I'm like, I really have to try that game and get it to the table because it is starting to drive me crazy knowing that people say that it's good, and it even gets better when you add expansions to it, and that is Core of Discovery. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about this game, but I've also heard some negatives about this game. I guess it just depends on the player, but this is a 1 to 4 player game, but I've seen people mostly play it solo because they say that this is a good game to play solo. Now, this is a deduction game, like I said, but I'm curious to see how this holds up over time with the replayability of just the base box game, and I'm pretty certain that I'm probably going to have to jump into some expansions just to keep the gameplay alive, because I feel like that there is a time that's going to come where the game can get old and monotonous and stuff like that. But looking forward to trying it and seeing how it holds up and if it's going to stay in my collection at all or not, and trying to see if the expansions will make it better, which I'm sure it will, but I have to play it first and get it to the table. But I'm looking forward to trying Core of Discovery. Now, this next game, you guys are going to probably, if you played this game already, you've heard it talked about multiple times, but I am way behind on playing this game because it's been out for a couple of years now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm super excited to try it myself, and that is SETI, or Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. And I've heard a lot of good things. I mean, a lot of good things about SETI, and that it is a heavy Euro, maybe medium to heavy Euro, and it looks like you are part of NASA, so to speak, trying to search for extraterrestrial intelligence. And it's just a really cool system. The card play, especially the dual card play and things like that, and searching out for these aliens and trying to do research on them. And I think I'm really going to like this game. And if you played SETI, or maybe you haven't played SETI, but you want to try it, but if you have played SETI, please let me know in the comments what you think about it, because I am super stoked to get this one to the table, and fairly soon. It's probably one of the first games that I'm going to get to the table whenever I go through playing my Shelf of Shame, which I'm going to be doing very soon, playing through my whole Shelf of Shame and get the 75 games played, because this is getting out of hand, right? So let's continue to go through the list. The next game I wanted to talk about is a game that I'm not sure if my wife is excited about playing, but I sure am. And I know you guys know this, but I am an animals lover. I love animals. I love everything about them and what they are. But let me just go ahead and show you. But the game I'm super excited about getting to the table is Critter Kitchen, and this is specifically the deluxe edition by Cardboard Alchemy. Now, I do have their Flamecraft game, but here's the thing about Flamecraft. Okay, Flamecraft seems to, and by the way, you guys are gonna be mad at me about this. You guys are gonna say, "Man, you haven't played Flamecraft yet." Which, no, I have not played Flamecraft quite yet. I had it set up on the table one time, and I was gonna play it, but then I had friends come over, and we ended up playing something else. But I am going to get Flamecraft played. There is some mixed reviews about Flamecraft and how good it is and how bad it is and stuff like that. That it's very family weightish and stuff like that. Which there's nothing wrong with that at all, I don't think. But Critter Kitchen is one of those games that I'm super excited about, where you are chef animals and trying to make recipes, and the food critics are coming, and you are trying to please the food critics or something like that. And I'm really, really excited to see how this one is played, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've watched it played a while now, and looking forward to trying to get this one out. This is another game that is going to be getting to the table fairly soon and quicker than these other games are. But if you played Critter Kitchen, let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, because this is one of those games that I'm scared that it will underwhelm me, I guess you could say. That I have such high expectations for it that it might, I might not be as happy that I played it, since I'm super excited to play it, but I might not be as pleased with it as, I think I'm going to be, which I'm kind of scared about. But then again, I'm not, because I've heard good things about it, and I don't think that I'm going to not like it. I just think that it may not meet up to what I think the game is going to be. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And I don't know. You tell me what you guys think about it, and if you like it or not, and we'll go from there. But I think I'm going to like it. We'll just have to see. But this next game is a game that was remade by Awakened Realms and Ravensburger, that came together to create this beast of a game here. But I'm looking forward to trying this. Now, this is a kind of like a remake of it, but the Chronicles version of it, and that is Labyrinth Chronicles. I've heard a lot of good things about Labyrinth, okay? I have never personally, myself, by the way, this big old box here, I have never personally played Labyrinth, but I have heard that Labyrinth is a good game. This is probably a little bit more different than the original Labyrinth, because this is a Chronicles version where you're going through a kind of like a legacy campaign, so to speak. But apparently you have tunnels that change. You're building a village and opening boxes with new contents and helping villagers and creating unique legends. And you can also go back and play the original versions of Labyrinth, which, by the way, I'm super excited about trying. I've never played Labyrinth before, and I think this is going to be the game that will, like, so many people. They love Labyrinth, and some people haven't even heard about Labyrinth. But I think this game is I think I'll like this game a lot. I really do think that, and my eye keeps bothering me. But Labyrinth, that's Labyrinth Chronicles. This next game, again, another game with animals, and this is a game. Okay, before I say that, Thunderworks Games has surprised me so much recently with their catalog of games and how good they actually are. When I played Cartographers, I was blown away by how good that game is. Just a small game like that was so good. And when I played another one of their games at a friend's house, I just thought that Thunderworks Games just hits every time. I'm looking forward to trying Role Player and Role Player Adventures, which I've heard are really good as well. But let me go ahead and show you this game here, and that is Citizens of the Spark. I don't know what it is about Thunderworks Games, but every time I get a game of theirs to the table, it just hits. It is so good how they do it. The style of game that they lay out, the artwork every time is just gorgeous, and they know how to make a game. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that Thunderworks Games knows how to make a game, and I'm super excited to try Citizens of the Spark, which is, I believe, an engine builder set collection type game, which has, by the way, tons of replayability. your draft, or maybe it's a drafting game. I don't know. That's why I'm excited about playing it and testing it out. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this one holds up and if this one actually stays in the collection. But all I know is that I've really been enjoying Thunderworks games, and Citizens of the Spark, I have heard, is a really good game. So I'm trying to see if that stands up to it. Give me a second. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Now, this next game, again, you guys know that I like Awaken Realms. It's obvious. I love Awaken Realms. They're my favorite publisher of all time. I actually made a video on my number one favorite publisher of all time. You guys see that right here, and go watch that video. I don't think it's the greatest video there is on YouTube or anything, but I just thought that was cool. I talk about their games a little bit. My 3 favorite games from their catalog so far. But this next game I really want to try, and that is Lords of Ragnarok. You guys may have heard of the game Lords of Hellas. Well, this is supposed to be the successor to Lords of Hellas. Now, this has Vikings, it has Odin, it has Freya, it has Loki, it has Thor, and it has, I've already said it, but it has Vikings. And for some reason, I have really been loving Vikings here recently, and I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is it's one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds so far. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, by the way. I'm not sure if I want to try the board game or not, but I will be continuing to play the video games and also the Black Flag resynced version when it comes out. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I love Assassin's Creed. But Lords of Ragnarok, I hope that this game is good. I really do. I hope that it's good. I've heard a lot of good things about Lords of Hellas. But I really am hoping, and I mean I'm hoping so much, that Lords of Ragnarok is going to do enough for me, area control wise, just everything, right? I wouldn't even call this necessarily an area control game because you're winning more than one way, right? You're not really just winning from area control. You can win by defeating monsters. I believe something to do with the monuments and the normal area control way. But I'm super excited to try this, and I'm really hoping that Lords of Ragnarok meets my expectations. It's just a game that looks so cool, and Awaken Realms has not ceased to amaze me with their games. They just do so well, and I'm really hoping that Adam Kopinski, which by the way if I'm not mistaken, made Nemesis. Yes, he did. He made Nemesis as well, which I love. By the way, I love Nemesis too. So we'll see how that game goes. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. Now, this next game is a small box game, and another publisher that I have really been enjoying, by the way, which is also on my favorite publishers of all time, is Chip Theory Games. And they have recently come out with a small box game called 20 Strong. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, which I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of it now, but 20 Strong. And I've really enjoyed their 20 Strong game. Well, they have made another small box game that I think I'm going to like. It's a game where you can play in the palm of your hand, and you literally plays in 30 minutes. And I'm learning the rules to it now, and that is Dragons of Etchinstone. There is so much, there seems to be so much game in such a little box. You are a mage, if I'm not mistaken, going through these regions, trying to finish off and fight the dragon. And I think this is really cool. In this game, I did back this. I backed Dragons of Etchinstone, and I'm super excited to try it because it also came with 2 of the expansions, which, hey, we'll see how it goes, right? Chip Theory Games have not ceased to amaze me, and I just like them. They're growing I think they're contending there with Awaken Realms, because Awaken Realms is a great publisher, but man, is Chip Theory Games right up there with them. So 2 more games here that I think that I'm really excited about playing, and these 2 are probably, if I would have to say, these 2 games are probably besides SETI, right, are probably the games I'm most excited about, just in general. Heard a lot of good things about these two, and I hope that they live up to the expectations that I have set in my mind about them. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the first one, and that is Luke Laurie's Dwellings of Eldervale. Now I know. I've heard people say, Nick, skip Dwellings of Eldervale and go straight to Andromeda's Edge. But here's the thing about that. I am a huge fantasy nut, and I don't want Andromeda's Edge system, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be the same system as Dwellings of Eldervale, but better, supposedly. That's what people are telling me. But I don't want that system to mess up this system for me because I love fantasy so much that I believe that Dwellings of Eldervale could potentially make my top 10 games of all time. It may be my top 5 because I have seen so much of this game, heard so much about this game, and have been wanting to play this game for a while now. And I'm looking forward to finally getting this to the table and playing. It includes a solo mode. I'm looking forward to playing it with my play group. But man, oh man, is this game look cool. I mean, you'll see in the pictures that I put up here, but it's fantasy. It's fantasy. You got multiple player powers, different races, I should say. You have monsters. You have cool, interesting card play. You have worker placement and going up tracks and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to this, and I really hope that this game meets my expectations. And I really hope that I love that game because it just looks amazing. I'm just looking at the box now in the front of the artwork, and it just looks amazing. I'm looking forward to this. Now, this next game, the last and final game, is a game that I've heard people rave about. I mean, I'm so glad that I have it in my collection, but what is the point of having it in my collection and never playing it, right? I mean, I'm trying to get these games played, and the Dice Tower raves about it. I've heard a lot of my friends that play board games rave about it, and now I'm finally hoping to be able to rave about it, and that is River of Gold. I am super excited about this. Number one, there are 2 reasons. Number one, it is from the world of Legends of the Five Rings, which I think was a very underrated living card game, which unfortunately is no longer a living card game, right? But you can still get if you look for it hard enough, you can still get the sets and stuff like that. And secondly, I love the artwork to this game, and also the publisher, Office Dog Games. If you don't know, Office Dog Games created one of my favorite games of all time so far in 2026, and that is The Hobbit. They're back again, and they also made the Lord of the Rings, the trick-taking game. They also made The Fate of the Fellowship, and I just know, because they haven't disappointed me yet, that River of Gold is going to be fantastic. Looking forward to playing it, getting to the table, as I am with all these games. But these 2, Dwellings of Eldervale and River of Gold, are probably the 2 most excited two games that I'm most excited about getting to the table. So that is part 1 of a 2-part series of the games I am looking forward to getting to the table. Now, next week we're going to be talking about the games that I'm looking forward to getting to the table that are not here yet. But I'm looking forward to playing all 10 of these games and playing them very, very soon. Some of them I'll be playing solo. Some of them I'll be playing solo and with friends. And I'm just looking forward to them. Now, if there's any games on this list that you saw that you're like, Nick, I don't think you're going to enjoy that, or Nick, you're going to really enjoy that, let me know in the comments. And if there are games on this list or maybe there's games that need to be on the list that you think, Nick, you really need to try this game, just let me know down in the comments, guys. And again, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.